Hi, it's Gloria from the Champaign County Library. And one of the most common used piece of equipment in the lab is our large format printer. So in order to use the large format printer, we do ask that you have your design already when you come in to print. We're not really able to help you design. You need to determine where you're going to use it, how big you want it to be, what colors you want, what you want it to say. Those are really all your decisions. So once you come up with that and you've designed it, you can bring in the file and we can print it for you on our large format printer. It can be printed on vinyl banner, photo paper, which is really just like a bright, thicker paper, art canvas, stickers. So once you have that designed, then you can come in, print it out, and then you can trim it, add grommets, cut them out however you want, and they're yours to take home. So the big thing is, how do I design it? You can use just about any program. You can use Publisher, Office, CorelDRAW, if you really know how, Adobe Illustrator, any of those things to design it. But I really like Canva.com. Canva.com is a free website you can go to. Anyone can use it. You just log in, create an account with your email address and password. There are options that cost money, but there's plenty on here that you can do for free. So I'm going to show you how to do a very basic banner on Canva.com. And I'm not being paid by Canva.com. They're just something that we've used over the years, and I've really come to like it. So I've already logged on with my account, and this is just a free account. Anything I'm going to be using is free or I've uploaded myself. So the first thing we want to do, you can see there's all different kinds of things you can design. You can design social media posts, posters, PowerPoints, newsletters, videos. I mean, there's just tons of things you can design on Canva. But we want to do a banner. So up in the upper right-hand corner, I'm going to click on Create a Design. They do have a tendency to move things around sometimes, so if you come on here and things are slightly different, don't be surprised. But it still should be in the general area. So I clicked on Create a Design. It will give you some suggestions, but down at the bottom there's one that says Custom Size. I strongly suggest that you use this. When you click on this, you can enter the size that you want to design. So if you're thinking of a banner that's 3 foot by 2 foot, you can put that in here, and then you will know the exact area that you have to design for. The first important thing is over here to the right where it says PX, that's pixels. You want to click on that and choose inches. And then for width, so let's say we want a 3 foot, so that's 36 inches width, and the height would be 24. Excuse me. So we'll do Create New Design, and this gives you a canvas of that particular size. Now when you print something on the large format printer, our media is a certain size. So for vinyl banners, and that's what we'll focus on is vinyl banner material, we have 30 inch, 38 inch, and 54 inch. Now that's the size of the banner. The printable area is approximately 2 inches less than that. It will not print edge to edge. There's always a white margin around the banner that you design. So if I print if I want to do a 36 by 24 banner, I can print it on the 38 inch banner. So that will leave for that 2 inches extra that is not able to be printed. I'm printing at 24 inches. 38 inch banner costs $2.50 per linear foot to print. So this banner I'm designing would cost $5 to print. So the one thing, we are just charging for our costs, but you have to do the design. So you have to really, it's inexpensive, but you will have to do some work. So we have our size of banner we want, and I will design it edge to edge because I want to fill up this area. I'm going to have white margin around it, so if you need space to put your grommets or you'll have room to trim it, you can trim it off. But I'm going to fill up this whole area with the design. So they have different templates that you can use. You can pick one of theirs and insert it in there, and then you can take things out. So I'm just clicking on them and clicking on delete. I can change the words that are in here. So even if you don't like exactly how it looks, it might give you an idea of how you want to design it. I can drag it by the corners to make the words bigger, or I can highlight things and make them bigger. So I can put like 200. I can change the font. Now, if you see something over here that has a little crown, that means it's part of the Pro membership. So unless you're paying for a membership, that will cost money. You won't be able to use it. But anything that doesn't have a crown is free to use. So we can click on that, and it looks a little bit changes. Here, let's try some script. So you can see it makes a very big difference. You can find what kind of font you want. You decide you want to make it bigger. You just type in, do 400, makes it huge. So you just experiment around until it's how you want it. You can change the spacing between the letters and the height. So it's up here at the top. There's all different kinds of options here on the top toolbar. I can put the letters closer together. I can put them farther apart. I can make the lines be closer or farther apart. I can move this whole, the words, I can center it. You can go up here to position, kind of the right part of the screen, top right, and click on center and middle, and it will put it actually in the center and the middle of the design. So you can just adjust any of these things that you want to adjust and make it yours. So that's a very basic on how to take one of their designs and make it what you want it to be. I'm going to go ahead and I'm just going to undo all of this and go back to a blank screen. So what you can also do is along here on the left side, there's different options. You can add photos. So these are photos. Once again, you'll see free. Probably won't come across one that is not free. But if it has a little crown in the bottom, then it costs money. See, all of these are free, so there's a lot of choices there. Elements are more where you get graphics, so you get line shapes. You can have videos on here, so you can have animated images, not for your banners, but for other social posts or something. So you can see there's a lot of different things you can pick up here. I can type up here, so I can do balloons. And here you'll see the crown. There's a crown. It says Pro, so it does cost more money. You can either get an account and pay a yearly fee, or you can pay $1 and you'll have access to that design. But we'll find some that are free here. Here's one that's free, so we'll click on that. I can drag it by the corners to make it bigger. Can look for another one. That's Pro. Here's another free one. Actually, I'm going to get rid of this one. Let's look at photos and type in happy birthday and just see what comes up. So these are free. So there's some really nice graphics in here. Now, I put that in there, and now I can't see the balloons. If I want to keep the balloons, I can click on position and send this backwards, and now the balloons are to the front. Or I can just get rid of the balloons. I can add this, so I don't have to even type any words. And get rid of this. So, I mean, you can just see what you like, play around. And do position and backwards again. Here's happy birthday, make it large, make it as large. So this is going to be, if you think about it, this is a 3-foot banner, so this happy birthday, those words are going to be around 3 feet wide. And probably, like 1.5 feet tall for the whole thing. So it's going to be a really big happy birthday banner. So that's something that's really easy. I just did that in clicked on some balloons and clicked on happy birthday. And now I've got a banner that says happy birthday, and I could print this out. I could save it, just go to download. The suggested type they usually use is PNG. If you click on that, there's different options. You can click on PDF print if you want, JPEG, whatever, however you want to save it. We do need PDF to print on the large format printer. So the best way would be to save it as a PDF print. We did have some problems in the past printing from these. They would come up with an error message when we try to print from our our printer, but they seem to be okay now. I'm knock on some wood. But if you want to be safe, you could save them in both formats. Also with Canva, if you know your password, your email and password, if there's a problem with your design, you can bring it up here at the library. You can get on one of our computers, bring up your design, and make any changes to it here. So that's one good thing about Canva is if for some reason something doesn't work out right, you can log in and get to your design very quickly. So I'm going to go ahead and click on download. It will ask me where I want to save it to. It's just like any other file. Save it to where you'll be able to find it. I tend to sometimes save things and then I don't know where I save it to. Click on save. Up here, I'm using Firefox, so up here it shows, and I didn't title it. You can give it a title. But now I can bring this into the library and print it out as a 3-foot by 2-foot banner. So let's do another banner. So we'll click on home. And I'm going to create a design again, a custom. Now you'll notice my 36 by 24 inch is still here, so I'm going to click on that. If it's something you do quite often, it will keep that. I can actually upload my own photos here, so I'm going to click on uploads and click on upload media. I'm going to go to device, so any picture that's on my computer I can upload to Canva. So I'll upload our other logo here and click on open. So now when I design things for the library, my logo, or the library's logo, is there all ready for me to use. So I can click on it and that will stay there. It will stay in your account when you log in. It will be there so you can access it. So I could do a real big, well, let's go ahead and make it as big as we can. I'm going to position it to the center and middle. And then let's say I want to put some text on it. So along here on the left is where all your different options of things you can add. I'll click on text. You can pick the size of your print. There are some suggestions on different fonts and styles and things that you can use. There's a lot of different effects you can do with what they have, but I'll go back up and I just want to put a heading and type our web address, library.org. Hopefully I typed it right. We'll see here in a minute. Now it made a white, so if I highlight it and go up here to the A with the little rainbow underneath it, that will change the text color. So I can click on that. It will have suggested some default colors. It will have the colors of the image, which I really love, because then if I want to match up the red with the red that's in our logo, it does that for me, or at least as close as it can figure out. May not be exact, but at least it's closer than what I could probably come up with just looking through the colors. So I'm going to shrink this down just a little bit, but then I'm going to go ahead and position it in the center and bring it down a little bit. And there I have our logo with our web address. Couldn't think what it's called. So if you want to change the color again, you can click on that, highlight it. If for some reason you didn't want to use one of those colors, you can click on new color, and there's all the different options you can make it. You can make it whatever color you want. But I'm going to stick with the red. But you'll see it has the red and the grays and the blues, so those are our colors. And it's there already. So that was, I think that was pretty simple, just putting up in a logo and put your web address on it, your mailing address, whatever you want. We could change this and say, open today. You can change the font again. You know, you can go up here and change the font. You can upload fonts. So if you have a certain font that you use for your logos, you can upload those. There's effects. So here's like the different options they had. Now that's a new one. They used to not have curve. You can see you can choose the colors. I mean, it's just crazy what all you can do with it. Let's just go back to none. Let's see what else is there. So there's the list. You can make a list. You can center things. If you're typing a whole paragraph, you can center it. You can align it to the left or right. Let's see what these little dots. These will give you other options. So you can make things all caps or lower caps if you have it typed right. Underline, This, you can make it more transparent, which really you wouldn't have a reason to do that, but you'll notice that it's a little bit lighter. Maybe if I want to make my logo a little transparent, and then put the words here. I'm just dragging by the corners to make it bigger. And I made it transparent, so I'm going to make it back to all as dark as it should be. So there you can see it's kind of the logo is kind of transparent, it's a little bit lighter, and the words are darker. That is one thing. On our website, we have some documents on the Imagine Lab website, some documents that might give you some suggestions to think about when you're designing your banner. Think about the font you're using, the colors, where you're going to put your banner. If you're going to put it along the road, you want to make sure people can see it as they drive by. So you don't want to have like a lot of word. You want to have the main points you want to make. So there are some things like that to think about. So look through those documents. That might help you design your banner also. So I hope I'm trying to think if there's anything else I should show you real quick. You can just do a background. So we could add a background to this. So you can see there's just tons of things that you can do. I'm always excited to see what all I can do on here. Actually, I kind of like that. But go ahead, play around. You can print this out if you're not sure how it will look. I like to see things after they're printed. Print it out. Save it. Print it out on just a regular piece of paper. So you don't have to print it out 36 by 24. If you save it as a picture file, you could print it out on 8.5 by 11 and get an idea of what it would look like. Sometimes that helps me to visualize better what it will look like when it actually prints out. So I hope that helps you some. If you have questions, stop in, make an appointment to come into the lab and check out what we have available. And check out our other videos. I'll make a video that shows some of the equipment we have here and what you might need to do in order to finish your banner. So I hope that helps. Again, this is Gloria at the Imagine Lab. You can email us at imagine@champaigncountylibrary.org. You can call and schedule an appointment or email us and schedule an appointment. We do have limited staff in the lab, so it may take a little while to get back with you or to get the scheduling done, but we'll work with you as much as we can. So I hope this helps. Thanks.